in recent days, 6 U.S. service...
I'd like to win a Vita controller so my grandkids can play with it and not hang out in pool halls like I did at their age.
There's some problems when you have to do is say, you know, you're going to have to figure out how to live your own miserable life.
It's gotten to the point where, why are we there? If this is the end result of us being there, let's get these people out. What the hell is the place over there?
Senator Graham, are Newt Gingrich and Rush Limbaugh wrong?
They're expressing frustration, but I know why we're there. General Allen will be here in 2 weeks.
He's the commander of U.S. forces.
He's the commander. I spent an hour on the phone with him. There are 30 million Afghans. It breaks your heart when 6 soldiers are killed for an inadvertent burning of a religious document. They left their homes and their families to help the Afghans. But this is not a total picture of what's going on in Afghanistan. We have made progress, and we do have strong allies within Afghanistan. So don't let this snapshot ruin the strategic importance. General Allen will tell us why it's important we get it right. If we leave, and it falls back in the Taliban hands and reemerges, we'll pay a heavy price. History will not judge us by the day we left, but by what we left behind. And General Allen has a plan for us to withdraw our troops. And the key to this is a strategic partnership agreement telling the Taliban, the Iranians, the Pakistanis will have a follow-on military force, and the Taliban will never come back. What we do after the way we do it determines our long-term security.
Senator Blumenthal saying, basic question to you, when Afghan troops, Afghan police are turning their weapons, not on the Taliban, but on U.S. soldiers, when you see leading conservatives saying, it's time to go to the exits, is it time to get out of Afghanistan?
We will be getting out of Afghanistan, hopefully with that strategic partnership.
In 2.5 years.
On the timetable and with the strategy that General Allen and the commanders and the troops there are following.
So you're going to speed up?
I think if we can speed up and accelerate that withdrawal with the kind of strategic partnership that we are building, and with special operators continuing to make the progress in taking out targets and turning over that function.
Save my grandkids from the evils of pool halls. Vote for me.
Let's remember, Chris, very importantly, 3 tremendous problems in Afghanistan.
Save my grandkids from the evils of pool halls.
Beyond this incident, which is tragic, absolutely tragic for both sides, really, there is an important point here that we need to stick to this strategy and overcome this incident.
Finally, because we're running out of time, and I want to talk about one last trouble spot, and that is Syria, and the slaughter of the opposition, of civilians in Syria continues unabated. Senator Graham, what should the U.S. do? Should we start arming the opposition, and what do we do about Assad?
I think the opposition needs military support. You could probably do it from the Arab League, working with the Senate, getting the president in the sense of the Senate resolution, calling on the United Nations to declare Assad a war criminal because he is. We need more international pressure. We need to help the rebels militarily, economically, and let Assad know that he's an international outlaw and be held accountable.
When you say, well, I know what you said, when you said arm him in a
I think the Arab League would be a good deal to provide military assistance to the opposition forces, and we should consider that. We should consider no drive, no fly zones pretty quickly.
So you're saying basically what we did in Libya?
I think the Libyan military served as well.
Senator Blumenthal?
You know, Secretary Clinton is doing a very good job of bringing together the world community as well as the Arab League in support of some kind of aid to the opposition. And technical assistance, communications equipment, humanitarian aid, financial support, and, if possible, arms that would go indirectly. There are means to do it. But it should be under the auspices of the international community, as Secretary Clinton is endeavoring to do. And this resolution, I think, will send a very important message. First of all, on Iran, on Israel, on Syria, we are bipartisan. And bipartisanship is breaking out. As I saw on this great trip that we took with Senator McCain, there is very strong support for the kinds of initiatives that we saw in Libya. And Libya is a model for us, so we can aid rebel fights.
Save my grandkids from the evils of pool halls. Don't let them end up like me.
American troops on the ground, indirect